Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Uh, Tonight's topic, finding water. A lot of people have been asking me, where is the water? I have a couple of suggestions I'd like to go over, one of which I found by just simply scrolling around on Google Earth. Thought I'd share that with you. But before that said, I wanted to say thank you and a shout out to Vin Hiker, Overland Trail Guides, Leslie, and Overland Family Man for helping support this channel. Your support means the world to me. Thank you. Um, Overland Trail Guides, I'm looking forward to your content or more of it. And Overland Family Man, we're going to talk about one of your videos here in a bit. If you haven't seen either one of those channels, please, I suggest you check them out. Wanted to remind everybody that dispersed camping is safer camping right now. With COVID going on, it's healthier for us to all be out there on our own, doing our own thing versus in a campground all packed together like sardines, otherwise known as a KOA. Sorry. Ugh. Anyway, so dispersed camping is good camping. Don't overcomplicate things. Don't overthink things. I was on, I don't know if any of you saw it, but I was just on X Country Adventures live stream, and I was saying keep it simple. When you go shopping when you think about your food, right after you go shopping, do a pantry raid, not a panty raid, pantry raid. Pick some meals from there. Just grab some pasta, grab some sauce. Grab some bread, grab some salami. Salami doesn't necessarily have to be refrigerated the entire time. It's not going to want baked in the sun, but it can get, going camping can be very simple. Dispersed camping, if you're worried about regulations and whatnot, it's very easy to find it. In my other videos, in fact, in this one, I'll put it in the description. I'll link to the dispersed camping definition of the Mendocino National Forest. BLM, Indian Valley Reservoir, there's lots of water there. You can go dispersed camping there also. So don't overcomplicate dispersed camping, and remember that it's a great time to do it. Now is better than ever. Go enjoy the outdoors, but do it away from everybody else. Try something new. If you've never been dispersed camping, give it a try. It's definitely worth it. I mentioned it last time, but good idea to carry a fire extinguisher, kind of like a spare tire, especially those of you that like to target shoot. Metal targets, believe it or not, do actually spark and can cause fires. So carry a fire extinguisher. Don't forget your bucket for your fire permits. If you're allowed to have a fire, your fire still needs to be dead out when you're not in attendance, meaning sleeping or out and about. It needs to be completely out. So carry your buckets. Don't leave trash in the metal fire rings or any of the fire rings. Don't think of it as kindling or whatnot for the next person to take with you. It's not a good idea. It blows around, the animals eat it, ingest it. It's just not a good idea. And without further ado, let me share the screen and I'll show you what I've found. And by all means, I am monitoring the chat. So if you're willing to divulge a location, throw it in there and we'll bring it up, because that's the best way to learn. I know that everybody's got their spot that they don't want to keep secret. I get it. I'll share a couple of mine. So we go here. So here's a spot that I found once before when I was driving up. This is FH7 east and west, and this would be M1. Right over here's I've seen a lot of people swimming in here. Use this turnabout right here. You can hike down. I haven't. It's been, let's see, beginning of July. I was there. There was tons of water, but that's been what, a month. So I'm not quite sure how much is in there. As it gets along in its days, it'll start to slow down and grow more algae. But this is a pretty big established river. But secondarily to that spot, if you go up a little further, there's this little parking space here, and there's a trail that hikes you down. Now, sure, you've got to compromise. You got to ask yourself, do you want to park close by and be able to carry your stuff down, or do you want to park further away and have to walk further away? Well, most people are going to choose option A, park close by and carry their stuff down. So most people are going to be down in here on the screen. So you're going to find higher numbers of people. Whereas if you park here and are willing to walk in, you're likely to find what looks to me like nicer swimming. You'll be upstream of them and a lot less people. So that would be one suggestion. But yeah, there's M1 and right next to FH7 right there. This is a spot here. Spot here. Now you can't disperse camp here, but there are examples of places you could head to, because you could go further into, switch over to views. I am having internet issues. I don't know why it wants to, but I lost it all. Anyway, you can go up the M1 both. There we go. North on the M1, south on the M1, or east on FH7, and you could disperse camp. All of which you have to go a certain distance before you're out of the private property, but it's not that far. Next spot. Let's see. I think it was down in here. Okay, so this one I found actually just like literally checking the satellite view on Google Earth, scrolling around. I stumbled across this section of Corbin Creek. The only thing I don't really know is what time of year this photograph was taken. But judging from the size of this water and the amount of flow it has, because there's no grass really growing through here, I'd imagine this is fairly an abundance of water. I think it would be worth taking a gamble out there to go find and see if you can get water. I mapped it to there, and from Windsor, it was like a 3-something hour drive. Seemed like it was worth it to me to go check it out. Especially for those that love being near water. I like being near water, but it's not a deal breaker for me. It's just been a common question. And again, I just found this spot by just cruising along on Google Earth. When you back up, these tend to stand out a little bit more. Granted, the words are in the gray area, but you start seeing things that look different than, say, these little creeks. I'm trying to find one that's in here. I'm scared about switching views because my internet's being real weird, even though I'm tethered. Anyway, there we go. Just cruising around, I managed to find that one. And some of the best dispersed camping is just random happenstance. It's also just getting out there. There's been plenty of times where I've parked the truck and the trailer on the side of the road and got the drone out and just flew around a little bit and found. That's how I found Keller Lake. Actually, the first time I was there, I passed it like 2 or 3 times, the turn. Didn't know it was there until we flew the drone, found the lake, and then follow the lake up through the road, and then follow the road to the road we were parked on. So those are just techniques that I'm using, and I'm sharing with you so that you can maybe find something that works for you. So this Corbin Creek, again, I haven't set foot there, but it seems like a pretty good gamble to me. And I think it's right next to the M3, M as in Mike, so it should be pretty easy to access. So if you don't mind, this is not technically in the Mendocino National Forest. It's on Highway 162. So about the 12.5 mile marker, 12.5 miles east of 101. These roads are marked every 1/10 of a mile or so with what's called a mile marker. You'll notice the numbers go up. And they'll have decimal places. Well, right around the 12.5, you start getting deeper water. Actually had the parking, here it is. So I've swam here, parked here, and then this river's got water pretty late in the season. I wouldn't say it's flowing all year long, but some of these swimming holes are huge. I mean, really deep. You see people jumping off these rocks, diving off the rocks, really pretty areas. So if you don't mind, these are good places to go. They're a little far to drive, but they're nothing like in my area, we have the Russian River, and that's pretty much the only real river. So wherever you can get your feet in the water that's not private property, it's packed. It's full of people. Doesn't do you any good. Out here, this is a bit of a drive, but you're going to find this water is a lot cleaner because there's a lot fewer people than, say, in the Russian River. Because anything south of, say, Ukiah, ew, no thank you. I don't think so. So anyway, I thought I'd share these. When you're driving along 162, you can park at a lot of these little spots right here and then just hike on down and, you know, like a beach, set up camp and have yourself a little, quiet that down. You can't camp there, but you can day use all day long. Quiet. If you're watching, you should know better. No, I'm kidding. But within the National Forest, there are other things than streams. So I thought I'd bring this one back up. Howard Lake is an example. There are multiple examples. This is not that big a lake, actually. You can hike around this pretty quickly. I don't know. Quick hiker, maybe an hour. Walking with the, you know, hand in hand kind of thing, probably 3 or 4 hours. But there's this little sandy, gravelly beach over here on this side. Our son was swimming around here having a good old time. Over here, I wouldn't want to because the lilies are really, really thick, and that's not my style of swimming in the lilies like that. They're really pretty. Oops, they're really pretty, and we do have a video up of this area. It's really quite stunning to look at all the blossoms from all these lilies. It's really awesome. But I checked the website, and it doesn't say you can't swim. I'd swim here. Our son had a great time, and you got this little sandy bar, and this is just one of these little, we'll call them, I don't know, large ponds, small lakes, because it is pretty big, but it's not exactly tiny either. And there's actually more of them up in here. Hopefully my internet cooperates with me. Come on now. I feel like I'm driving a really old car. It's like, oh, come on, you gonna start? Oh no. Oh no. I guess the guys come back. Anyway, what's on the next one? So, Lake Pillsbury, if you want to go on a bigger scale, I have a video up swimming over in here. This is there's a day use parking in here. I think they have barbecues and tables, so you can bring some hot dogs and some coals and spend the day. You know, people line this area, so it's you have plenty of room to spread out. Excuse me, plenty of room to spread out. And if dispersed camping is not your thing, you can actually stay in these other campgrounds. Personally, they're neat and all, but I try to avoid this area down here in Lake Pillsbury at night. I don't want anything to do with it. Every time I've been down there after sunset, things aren't good. I go stay up on the whole mountain or whatnot. There's just too much weirdness and misbehavior, and we'll just leave it at that. I've never felt endangered, but that's not too much stupid stuff. If it'll cooperate, I've mentioned this place before. Come on now, don't give up on me. Right in here, there's some spots on the Eel River. There's one right here next to Horse Creek. I have a video up on that one. This time of year, though, the water would be pretty slim pickings in there. But if you keep going up to this next culvert, there's a spot right here to swim where it meets Trout Creek and Eel River. Stayed here mid-August, and there was enough water to soak in, and it was flowing, enough to keep the algae down. It was a good time. And then recently we launched a video. Try not to make you sick, I promise. I believe it was over in here. Yeah, here you go. So in here, we launched a video of swimming in this hole right here. This is pretty deep, so I would venture to say that even in the hottest, driest of summers, you're still going to have something in here. Hopefully it's not stagnant, but something nice. I was there May, and it was freezing cold. I couldn't. It was just when you jump in there, it had that refreshing feeling for sure, but it was brutal cold. Just brutal cold. So anyway, there are places out there in good spots. You can get wilderness one zone. I haven't ventured out into that zone yet, so I got to be honest and say no, I don't yet. The ones I'm showing you now are ones that I've been to, and then one that I stumbled across by just cruising around on Google Earth. Corbin Creek. It was I don't know if you were watching. Yeah, this section right in here next to 20 November 08. There is water down in here. Again, I don't know what time of year, but I'm just kind of dropping hints on some places to show you can find it. And hopefully at some point people will comment and we can add that into the pins or whatnot where there's water. But it is out here. It does exist. Don't be intimidated. Oh, I wanted to share this too. So I'd mentioned Daniel he's been on the show before, Overland Family Man. He's launching videos now. Great storyline. I really like his videos. This one here, which I'll load up, but I don't really want to play because the music and the sound effects I don't have the copyright to. But he does actually show water in some of his videos. Is he just talking? I hope he's just talking. Yeah, there you go. So you can check out his content and see what he's got. Don't want the music playing. See what he's got. and do some more research, because without diligence we're never going to find the places. And yeah, spots with water, they are going to be coveted and not divulged. I'm willing to share what I've got, but I'm only one person. So um, the best way to find it is to cover ground too. When we go out, we just take the car for the day. We're doing a day trip outing on the 15th, which I think I told you about on Tuesday. We're going to go find the B-17 that crashed on the western side of the Mendocino National Forest. We're going to we're going to meet up at FH7 and M1 on the morning of the 15th, and then head in there and explore. And that's how I found these places, is by just driving, exploring, and then by cruising Google Earth. The only downside of Google Earth is you don't know how old the images are, but at least you have something to go off of, something to go by. Yeah, that's the main thing. Sounds fun. Wish we could join. Already committed to a trip that weekend. Well, there'll be other trips. Slow kind of ventures. I watched your video, or at least one of them, on the I think it was the cabin with the orchard or whatever. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I'd love to know more about your channel, and I do plan to go back. I did hit the notification button. There's a lot of stuff out there. I hadn't seen that cabin. You guys know, or everybody knows that I spent a lot of time exploring the Mendocino National Forest, both digitally online, but also on foot and in car and on motorcycle. And I still didn't know about that cabin. So kudos to you. Thanks for showing me something new. Granted, I still got to go find it. I don't know where it is, but it just goes to show there's more out there to find. So we're going to do, for now, the airplane one. I have reason to believe there's a second plane crash on the other side. And then we also thought it'd be fun to just do a meet and greet and just a day trip, and then maybe do some sort of group video. Maybe get a couple of other channels to come with us and make one big outing video. Bring the drones, bring all the cameras, bring a lot of cameras, and extra cameras and more cameras, and try and make a video together. Sheer dumb luck. Huh. Well, that's cool. I mean, I've seen pictures of Nye Cabin wrapped in foil to save it from the forest fires. I'm looking this way because I have a second computer open with the chat. So, because right now all I really see is the Jeep. Some of the best places I've found, though, have been completely by accident. One of the vista points that we found, where Pepper was driving and going real slow, and I looked over and there was a little turn. I'm like, well, it's down there. I don't know. Well, something caught my eye, caught my attention. Well, it deserves turning around and going down there. And we did that, and lo and behold, now it's a vista that's a pin on the map. So for sure, just get out and explore. I will be mentioning when I'm doing more stuff. If you want to join in, there's going to be, I hope, several outings. Again, I'd love to get multiple channels involved and try and work together and see what we can come up with. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Find something out there that nobody knows about. I haven't been able to find much information on the plane crash other than where to start hiking from, basically, and what direction to head. So we'll check it out. We'll see, and have a good time and record the whole thing along the way. I've said it before. Don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll do my best to try and help you find what you want. Right now, though, I got to admit, water is a very, it's becoming a scarce commodity, and a lot of people are asking about it. And also, don't forget, deer season's about to start. So I think B zone starts on the 15th. So you've got like 9 days till the place starts. Well, actually less, because people are going to start squatting on spots till the forest starts becoming very busy. So consider going into the game refuge or finding some really far out dispersed camping. So you're not likely to see a lot of people. The campgrounds, they're all going to be full everywhere. Every dispersed site within anywhere along the main roads, they're all going to be full. Maybe after 2 weeks of rifle season, things will slow back down. Game refuge, though, again, great spot to go check out, or just plan to go really far, so you're not bothered by constant dust flow. People, well, we'll just leave it at people. Sure, you all know what I'm getting at. With that said, though, I didn't have much else to say other than I miss you all and wanted to catch up. So I thought I'd share that question that I've been asked a whole lot lately is camping spots with water. Those are the spots that I know of that I would consider checking out. And again, Corbin Creek really seems like an interesting place. And I believe that part of the video from Overland Family Men is from Corbin Creek. This video that's on your screen right now, which I realize is what you're staring at instead of me. There, stop sharing. There we go. That's a little more personal. Yeah. So if any of you have any cool stories out there, I'd love to have you on. If you want to give your channel, if you have an outdoor channel that you think is somewhat similar to and aligned with mine, come on, let's chat it up, and you can give yourself a shout out 1,000 times over. I don't care. But with that said, I'm going to jump off now. Last thing though, look forward to a whole lot more content coming very soon, because now with Pepper editing and me shooting, we've got a lot more opportunities to get stuff out there. The first trailer will be up, I think, tomorrow or the next day. Main video about a week away, and then we're going to more regular basis, much higher quality edits. So super ecstatic about that. So if you haven't already, if you find the content useful, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Don't forget to leave a comment if you want me to help you out. I'll do my absolute best. I try to reply right away. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate the watch time. With that said, cheers.